Now, the amount of consumption that's taking place in our current educational system is causing a lot of distress. The students and their parents are very frustrated by how much homework there is and how much has to be memorized for the upcoming test. But it's important to realize that the intention of teachers is to fuel creativity. That's why all this consumption is taking place. The idea behind this is if we can get the students the right fuel in the biggest quantities possible, that will lead to creativity. So the first place this takes place is with information. The students are expected to consume large quantities of information with the hope that this will lead to creativity. Unfortunately, the information is given in a perfect state. The students are expected to receive the information and give it back in the same state that it was given. But there's no creativity required in that process. Just reiterating what was given to you is not a creative act. And ironically, amidst all this information, the one thing that the students are not informed upon is how to create their own information. Information that does not exist anywhere in the known world. And that's the essence of being a human being, to create something that has not yet existed, and that is completely lacking in the whole focus upon information. There's also experiences that are offered within education. You have historical experiences where you study the past history of events. You have scientific endeavors and you experience this massive discovery by these great individuals. And of course you have literary experiences where you read and study the great works of the past. But again, none of these events require any creativity. The event, the experience, is already completed. The student doesn't have to create anything. And they're not even being taught how to create experiences. In order to create an experience that's unique to you, first you have to know your personal identity. Then you have to know how to create a why, a how, and a what for that experience that you will then create. But none of these skills, these basic elements of creativity, are being taught. So students can't form their own experiences. And since every student is a human being who wants to create their own unique information and experiences, if they're not being trained how to do that, they get very frustrated. At this point, education has to do something, otherwise you have a bunch of angry kids. So they offer up guarantees, and students end up consuming large quantities of guarantees as they go through education. You have the basic guarantee. If you get good grades in high school, you will go to a good college. If you go to a good college and get good grades, you'll have a good career where you make lots of money. If you have that good career, then you will have the good life. So all these guarantees are thrown around, and interestingly enough, it does work. But why does it work? Why do guarantees work? Because when a human being can't create from within themselves, they need something external to hold on to. And guarantees make a great thing to hold on to. But if you train students into being creators themselves, then the student is the guarantee. They become the creative guarantee that it will happen. Why? Because the student knows who they are. They know why to create. They know how to create, and they know what they're going to create. And that, in that moment of knowing the who, why, how, and what, you are the guarantee that that will happen. Therefore, what students want is to be the creative guarantee.